Going on. Back in Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16.
54.
Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Every one of them, all thine adversaries. Adversary is somebody that opposes. And in Psalm 83, all the nations are opposed. Matter of fact, all the nations, the next 17 nations oppose us. And our adversaries, they're glad to see us in the state that we are today. Why? Because it benefits us.
Boy, everybody was in China, so they come.
They will hire us for cheap labor, they give us a minimum wage, and what's the benefit snaps. You know, in projects, you know, clogged up. They know that Jake mindset, they just the part show you, they know that we can stay at the bottom. If it didn't have a spiritual intervention or divine intervention, God be forced to come and deliver out of that. But they don't believe in God. So you know what? All of them is in league with Esau. So the most I say, all our adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So that's why when we done with Esau, we not saying, well, alright, you are the Arab, nah, you go to every single one of you fuckers had to go in slavery. That's every single one. When we was in slavery, they matter of fact, these Arabs, they put part in us going into slavery. And these Hamites, Moabites, Ammonites, what other Hamites? Just like that. Boy, and fucking Hamites. You understand? All like adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. You understand? Bring that one to that.
This is Isaiah 14 of verse 2. Reads, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the hours for servants and for handmaids. And they shall take them captive, whose captive they were.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Who are our captors right now? Depending on the country that you're living in, it might be different. You understand? We don't here, it might be Edomites and
Syrians.
Syrians who actually are Edomites. In America, Syrians, the Jakes that live across in Africa.
Salakia, ultimately we all Edomite captives. Yeah, we all, yeah, because Salakia, because Esau, wait, Donald Trump have a press conference tonight where he said whatever policy he institute through the Trump as being a middleman to the Illuminati. We don't hear in Trinidad, our Prime Minister coming the following day at 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and it's the same damn policy. The whole world under quarantine right now. And that's because the Edomites want the world to be underneath the quarantine. Next step is what? Take the money out.
Hey, Salak, the police officer was talking to earlier yesterday. Go ahead.
We still already have the martial law thing done on the table. The Attorney General, yesterday.
Yeah, but yeah, I know him. Can't Salakia, I don't know if you all see a pop-up video on it was really inspired by Ella Yashawamba. There's something called section I think it's CPRC section 144, right? In certain countries they have a section 144 which is basically martial law, right? In India, I can't remember all the countries, but I did it this morning. I did the video this morning, right? You know, so martial law on the table, and yeah, it's out there. Hey, Shadow, I'm here. Yeah, I'm actually going to share, but I'm going to come.
Martial on the table, all you have trusted Esau government, you can see how Esau true colors.
Yeah, so like, if I can just say this real quick again, I mean, I was saying it last day I did it with you. You see who you love is who you fear. You have a woman, right? And she fear you, what? She love you. There's something called Stockholm syndrome. When a woman, right, is or when a person is in captivity, right? You beat them, you treat them so long, and they've been there underneath you in captivity for so long that they know nothing else but they tend to love you, right? And that's what's going on with these 2/3 and these heathen. They love the fucking enemy. So
if you notice these women that say, if you listen to a man describe a good woman, he describe a slave.
Can't.
Woman, that is the meaning of woman.
Slave. Can't.
Female servant. You're supposed to serve your... The Bible says you're supposed to serve your husband. The scripture says that.
Hey.
Yahweh Shai, that's not Salaka. Yahweh Shai say, if you love me, keep my commandments.
That's right.
That is proven that you love. That is proven love. If you love somebody, you will listen to what I say. A matter of fact, you will listen to your superior. You understand? Because they are the ones that are looking out for you.
I want to add on it. The Lord say, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Most High. It will be a wise thing not to fuck up, right?
Exactly.
So if you love me, keep my commandments. So it's the same speech.
It's the same thing.
It's the same speech.
Scripture say, servant don't be thy master.
Can't. And we are the Lord's servant. And what? Fear brings respect.
And so like if I may say also, right? When you go into the law, Exodus 21, after the Most High gave the 10 commandments, right? When you go into Exodus 21, when you go into when they're dealing with a maid servant, is actually a wife he was talking about. If he take himself another wife, whatever the case is, and they tell you how to deal with your wife or how to deal with a maid servant. So it's not no hard maths. If you're going to Hebrew words, and as I always say, Hebrew is not word for word but thought for thought. It's just like me and my brother almost had a misunderstanding. I can't remember what day it was. I think it's me and brother tell her. And then it's when actually we think about the same thing. That is when we get to understand each other, and that is the Hebrew language. English just fucked up.
I think it's Salakia Psalms 19 and 14 says, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Yahweh Shemi Shai. Right? So this is the thing. We meditating on the scriptures to get the understanding of how to behave. Right? The things that are really important. Right? The true essence of the meaning of words. This English language is a bastard, vile, decrepit language. Hey, Salakia, come on. You know? No, I don't really. Yeah, go ahead.
What I said before, fear brings what respect. And respect means to look back. That's what you respect is. Now you got to respect is to look to spectacle. A sight. A sight to behold. You understand? So to respect, if you look back at what the Most High did, what fear? Because you will see that the terror that he brings on this nation, the terror that he brings on Israel, his own beloved people, he sent into captivity. You understand? So you would fear the Most. It would be a wise thing to listen to the Most High. The Most High says, if you want to live, do good. Get remote 5 to fix it up.
As again, right? Public service announcement. Muslims all over the world, they are afraid right now. Muslims all over the world, I've been talking to brothers, listening to brothers worldwide. Muslims over the world afraid right now. They're scared. They're scared. What they're afraid for, I don't know. I mean, I see a video where they're wiping down the disinfecting flower store. That's part of the religion that every Muslim, right? Every Muslim supposed to right? You're supposed to pray 5 times a day or 1 time a day.
I see a maxi and thing pass and I'm watching two things. Like so far, so I'm up, so far.
This is the video on that you consider close enough. In Mecca,
I watch it.
You know, it was a custom that they could go outside of the walls and pray, but they said due to the fear of coronavirus spreading, they would no longer be able to go and pray outside the mosque. Now, if we serve in the Most High, and we are the true servants of the Most High, why would we fear? And we are self-isolate, and I go across them
social distance,
and this brother
6 feet out.
Exactly.
Right, because still like you're coming up in the cars watching Trump press referring tonight, right? It went online. And they was asking if you're going to build a bigger room. Because for all the reporters, I think it had to be limited for them to be what, 6 feet apart. You understand? Social distancing. Look, the Edomites, I should go to show you who's your God. The Edomites have the world fucking walking 6 feet apart. Right? Some of them over asshole. He has like a piece of cardboard box. Right? It's like remember the Jetsons? When there was the Jetsons in their tire, right? You walk with a cardboard box, like about 6 feet apart on either side square. He comes through the center and put some shops on it, right? And that's how you walk around the place. And he calls it safe zone, 6 feet apart, right?
Right, so number 6.
6, yeah, because well, it's one and 6, yeah, but 4 times, so it's 4 corners. Yeah, you understand? But you can't also show that you have an observation.
Select.
Mark of a man.
And watch this.
Select, yeah. For the fashion, they say love not the word, but it's taken care of because the fashion of this word was paid it away. Understand?
No. Salakia, as we know, saying I can remember sometime we was going into the number 7. Yeah, and when the number 7 goes back to it, goes back to the Hebrew word Shabbat. Which goes back to what 7 means rest. That was 7 actually means rest. And when you in this kingdom with this so-called white man, as Ak now said that, you can't rest. So that is the normal man. Because why? You always have to work to satisfy this motherfucker. So 6 is incomplete, 7 is completion. So when you inside of this kingdom, you always have to be working. That is 6. You always have to be working and you can't rest. God, that is 7. 7 is rest.
7 is also for
so
perfection
and
also means to be whole. To be whole means to be what? Sound.
Can.
If they say, Mark the perfect man, at the end of him is what? Peace. Right?
Also the Hebrew word Shabbat.
Shabbat. Yeah,
peace.
Whole means that you ain't lacking anything.
God, lacking nothing. From lacking. Be perfect as I am perfect.
Hebrews 4:1, labor that we may enter into his rest.
That's right. So everything is playing out. The fashion of this world. Who fashioned this world? Satan. You know, when you have a shine, our Lord, our other one.
When they say Satan busy?
Yeah,
go ahead.
when he passed the 40 days and 40 nights, who came and tempted him? Satan. And said to him what the word. Right? This word is all that matters. That's why these people who into Islam, that's why they have no rest. So they say how beautiful are they who speak. So like there's Romans 10 and 15, somebody pick it up now, somewhere like that.
This James 1 verse 4, it says, 1 verse 3 it says, knowing this that the trial of your faith will be patient, but let patience have a perfect work, that he may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Now you be perfect and entire, wanting nothing, because what? Patience, perfect work. The Lord talk about are you refining, carrying us through the fire of adversity, through the fire of adversity. What? To be refined. Let our imperfections come up like dross. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the word, right, and be comforted and get the understanding and become one perfect, whole, complete. You hear us?
Now this Romans 10 and verse 15.
Hey, we up here and we around the world, true men of the Lord, right? We worry about nothing. We worry about nothing. Right
that's
now,
it, that's right.
Through the Spirit, we song. Through the Spirit, we song, right?
And it reads,
no social distancing, no fucking mask, no gloves. You're all idiots. It didn't work in Italy. The fucking Prime Minister of Italy crying on the papers. You understand? Crying on the news. It didn't work in China. It didn't work in, it's not working in America, it's not working in Iran, it's not working. I'm not going to be a clown out here doing it. Einstein himself, the greatest man in your generation, the so-called smartest man in your generation, said, if you practice the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, you're a fucking idiot. You're insane. Right? Go ahead.
Hey, Salak, if I may add on to it, don't mean to cut, you know, but then these men are wisdom also. We seeing you people using this as a plot to bring in what all the agenda, the new world order.
Exactly.
You understand?
We are wise to the wiles of the devil.
Yeah.
All these subtle plans. It's beautiful. Brothers need to go and look at that section 144. Right? When you look at that section 144, you see, hey, that was targeted for us.
Section
right?
144.
Hey, we started off on how much? It was 100. I think started off like 100 or 250, 100, 50, 25, 20, and now it's down to 10. The congregations are 10. Section 144 start at 4. It's going to come down to 4. Right? No gatherings of 4. They talk about being a gang. All these different things. We have in our Act Section 34, Act number 11, then we have a subsection, a sub-law coming out of that called what? The Anti-Gang Act. Right? There are many things that they can charge us for gathering right here, right now, preaching this word. But the true 144 that these people subtly attacking at the men of the Lord. Right? But guess what? The 144,000 elect, like they show in that movie Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Right? In that movie, they talk about the apostles and the splinter cells that waking up all over the planet. Right? The truth 144, not all of them are alive on the planet. Some of them are dead. Right? And going to come back with the Lord. Right? So hey, guess what? You can avoid your fate, so go ahead.
Romans 10, verse 50, and it reads, and how shall they preach except they be sent?
How can they preach except they be sent? Right? John 3 and 34, Bible shall read quick. John 3, 34. Right? Because what we say is that we were sent through the Spirit. We were sent. And what is the Spirit? The Spirit is the Word. Right? Panic camera. Because we still have to be wise and not simple out there.
John 3, verse 34, it reads, For he whom Yahweh had sent, speaking the words of power.
He's speaking the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So we speak these words out of the book. And guess what? Every word out of this book coming to pass. Your people are going to fucking die.
That's right.
Right? And I'm saying that with no remorse. You're going to die. You are Elamite, you're going to die.
That's right.
You are Chinese, you're going to die. Right? You're a military officer and nothing is true, you're going to die.
That's right.
You don't know with your power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, Israelite, you're going to die. Alright? You don't repent, you're going to die. Right? You know what? You know when I'm gonna practice social distancing, wearing gloves and masks. I'm gonna do that when I see a fucking vagrant drop dead from the coronavirus. When you want to see the vagrant dropping dead, nowhere. They're practicing social distancing. They're practicing any of this shit. But the hand sanitizers for the vagrant. Yeah, there's the strongest motherfuckers out here. They enjoy the test of time. You understand? Your people are shit.
If I may say,
now hold up, let's step
go ahead.
Romans 3, verse 34. For he whom Yahweh had sent,
take it time, you going off, step back. Come on.
For he who Yahweh had sent speaketh the word of power.
He's speaking the what?
The word of Yahweh.
Step back off, Babakosha. He's speaking the what?
The word of Yahweh. For Yahweh giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him.
He giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him. Right? So we out here and any topic we can touch. Because the Spirit, this book, is sold in our hearts. Well, not here, but up here. It's sold in our mind. Right? This book is sold in our mind. Go back to the Romans. Romans 10, verse 15.
And 15, and it reads,
go ahead.
And how shall they preach except they be sent?
How shall they preach except they be sent? We were sent with all power and authority. The scripture says we have an unction that we know all things. Yes. And we've been telling your people, right? Death, famine, plague, pestilence is coming to this place and it has reached. You know what I mean? We need time for the day of the Lord. What is another synonymous name for the day of the Lord? The day of judgment. So this is judgment. Judgment on Babylon. Right? Judgment. You can't flee judgment. You can't what? You can't prohibit judgment. You can't arrest judgment. The Lord's judgment is falling on this place. Right? And only wise, the scripture says, go to your astrologers, go to your soothsayers, go to all these people. Maybe they might be able to give you balm. But there's no balm, there's no cure for this place. Here's mini Babylon. Here's a province of Babylon. Right? We have an embassy. We have the philosophies. We have the doctrine. We have the wine of Babylon. Here's going to fall the same as Babylon. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47 verse 13. Let's jump to verse 13. It says,
go ahead.
Says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels.
Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel. I was coming up in the car, as I was saying, I was watching the live stream of Trump press conference, right? And Trump was bigging up Pence. He's a good man. You know, his words have been very soothing. And I'm sure he has soothed. Yo, Trump, Pence is a good counselor. The Lord say, I'm weary. You all have been what? Go ahead.
It says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels.
Right? So you have what? You have the Corona Task Force. Right? You have the WHO, you have the CDC. All these people are fucking devils. All of them are deceivers. All of them are liars. All of them. His Lord said they are weary in the council. Right? They're weary in the council. Babylon done. Go ahead.
It says, let know the astrologers.
Let know the astrologers.
The stargazers.
The stargazers.
The monthly prognosticators.
The monthly prognosticators. Right? All these people dealing up with witchcraft on the left-hand side energy. Right? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right? They get spiritual powers to rule this world. The police service, they have a star, they have a shield. They call it the Star David. Right? There's the Star Molech. Right? That's the left-hand energy that they're after. But the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, his son is on the right-hand side. That's right. The prophet said the downfall in this place. That's right. The left-hand energy is getting weak, and the right-hand energy is coming up. The true prophets, 144,000 of them are rising up. In the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can't stay this judgment. Go ahead.
It says, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Save thee from these things that come in. They are the four corners of the planet Earth. This is the book coming to life. The page jumping out at you. Go ahead.
It says, behold, they shall be as stubble.
They shall be as what?
They shall be as stubble.
Go ahead.
The fire shall burn them.
The fire shall burn them.
Yeah.
The fire shall burn them. World War III. The missiles. The fire shall burn them. Where your authority and your power will be then when the fires come down. When the chariots of the Most High come down. When Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorant, they call Jesus Christ comes. Where power going to be? Go ahead.
It says, they shall not deliver themselves.
They shall not deliver themselves. Right? They gave all there one box of gloves, one pack of face mask, and 2 hand soap. On their back, all is the authority. Yahweh Shem Yahushai will destroy you all. Go ahead.
It said, they shall not deliver themselves.
They shall not deliver themselves
from the power of the flame.
From the power of the flame.
There shall not be a call to warm at.
There shall not be a call to warm at when the electricity company shut down. When water shut down and water not coming to your houses, they're going to have pandemonium in the streets. When the groceries run out, groceries have three weeks or 3 days. 3 days of supply, right? Or they panic buying fucking toilet paper, hand sanitizer and soap before they buy food. When you all recognize it's time to buy food, how long do you think that food will last? 3 days on a normal day. But when everybody bum rushing the groceries, 3 days is what? Half an hour. Go ahead.
It says,
go ahead. Your people fearing the wrong things. Fear the Heavenly Father. Sure. Go ahead.
It says, no fire to set before it.
Right? The Most High said what? I tell you the end and the beginning. All these things written in the book. The Quran is telling you what happening. Kiba Ganesha telling you what happening. The Egyptian book and the dead not telling you what happening. Right? The Bhagavad Gita not telling you what happening. The Bible telling you send his plagues and his pestilence. The Bible telling you send his prophets to warn you all. And you also told you that you all will refuse. So guess what? You're all gonna die.
Right. What? Isaiah 48 verse 3 it says, I have declared the former things from the beginning.
I declare the former things from the beginning.
And they went forth out of my mouth.
Go ahead.
And I showed them and I did them suddenly, and they came to pass.
They came to pass. They come to pass before your eyes. And yet still you refuse to hearken. My people are stiff-necked and rebellious people. Your head hard like flint, like an adamant stone. So our head is harder, as the scripture says. Go ahead.
Because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck as an iron sinew, and thy brow brass. I have even from the beginning declared it to thee.
He declared it through the prophecies, through the words, through the prophets, through the books. Right? But you refuse to hearken. So guess what? Judgment. The Rastas are not about judgment and stand the ground. This is the true judgment. A worldwide plague. This is the end of this kingdom and the beginning of the next. This is a time to rejoice because peace comes after this. Righteousness comes after this. Rest comes after this. Go ahead with precepts.
I want it. This is Jeremiah 2:28. It reads, but where are thy gods?
Where are thy gods now? Go ahead.
That thou hast made thee.
The disinfectant, the Kaaba stone is part of the Muslim religion. Part of your rights at least once in a lifetime you must make that Hajj in Mecca. Once. Now we can't even Mecca close off. So they have no chance. A newborn Muslim have no chance. Go ahead.
Let them arise.
Let them arise now. Let them save thee. The Pope gonna fucking take a he go in the bunker. Because since he gets sick, he ain't hear nothing about the Pope again. He called off in January. He called off he world tour, right? He called off he world tour, right? Because he had the cold. The whole of Italy dying. The Prime Minister or President of Italy crying. Now when the Pope When the Catholic intermediate intercessor to the Most High. Huh? All of their prayers up in short now. Because the Pope ain't praying for them no more. He praying for themselves. Go ahead.
Says, if they can save thee in the time of thy troubles.
If their gods can save them in the time of their troubles, now is the time of trouble. That's right. Now is the time of trouble. Even more so now is the time of Jacob's trouble, because these other nations don't matter. That's Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, for according to the numbers of the city are thy gods.
According to the numbers of thy city are thy gods. There are multiple gods. Woman is God. Money is God. Cars is God. Luxury is God. Ships, boats, decadence, gluttony, lust. All them is your gods. Except for the true power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Israel. Go ahead.
How is it?
Well,
come try. This is book of Job chapter 20 verse 19.
Job 20 verse 19, come on.
It says, because he had oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires. It says, there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
He shall be in straits. What house he violently took away? The nation of Israel. Right? He didn't build us. He took away all the landmarks. He took us away from he persecuted us in our land in 60, 69 to 70 AD. We fled to the west coast of Africa where he rounded us up alongside the Hamites. And he brought us here on the othermost parts of the world as slaves. Right? He violently took us away. Oh, we were raped, we were robbed, we were murdered. Women's belly was cut open. Our babies were stumped on. The Lord didn't forget. You all niggas want to walk around here complacent like you all know some shit. Right? You have your Apple head fucking proud Prime Minister on the television talking like he knows some shit. He went to Ghana. Yes, some of the Israelites in Ghana. Right? But hey, the majority of them fucking Hamites, there's Hamites. There's the sons of Ham. Canaanites. They're not our people. Their culture, their customs, their heritage is not ours. Right? It's not ours. Ours right here in the book.
Right?
Right? And you want to talk proud like he knows something. He knows nothing.
God.
He knows nothing. Nothing of his people and nothing of his power. Go ahead, Art. But when you're about to what? Establish a new world order in the fullness of your sufficiency. And what you're about to do, we know. We know the words. This whole thing is a crashing economy and to bring in knife right the chip. This piece of shit. This shit right here. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. I've been hit. Not me, but y'all. 2/3 that refuse the word. You always seduce to take this to eat, to feed your children. What about the children? What about the women? They're gonna fucking die. They're gonna die. Go ahead.
It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he's about to fill his belly.
Every hand of the wicked, these nations gonna launch their missiles on their country. They're gonna launch the missiles on you all. Babylon, America. Go ahead.
When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
He shall cast the fury of his wrath. Every ICBM that was built, that they have up in store, up in the silos, up in the quivers, the Most High gonna launch them. 200 million missiles, ICBM, thermonuclear weapons. They're gonna be launched at America. Go ahead.
And shall rain it upon him while he's eating.
Yeah, they shall rain upon him while he's eating, when he's trying to establish that kingdom, that new world order. That Georgia guy's son bring the world's population under 500 million, right? And in tune with what equilibrium with the planet and all that shit, right? Love nature, love nature. They didn't love nature, then they go love it now. Hey, right now the earth at rest. We're really going into that 7th day. We're really going into that peace. Because they say when everybody was working, you had pollution from the cars, you had pollution from the factories, you had higher CO2, but now everybody home and resting. To somewhat extent, that pollution dropped to earth resting. They even have some clips where they're showing penguins straying out. animals trained out because now they can strut their wings because they're not being affected, they're not being afflicted by the enemy. You understand? The earth had to come back and rest, but before that true peace and that true rest come, you must have war, you must have destruction, because a righteous kingdom has to be established. So might has to be shown, right? Now the scripture says, in the day of thy power, every man, every flesh is going to be willing. True power is coming. Right hand power, left hand energies are deception. Left hand energies are deception. The Obeah man is saving you. The religions are saving you. All the different religions, the priests, the pastors, the soothsayers, you know what they're doing? They're saying from home and telling them, let send all their tithes. Send all their tithes. Send all their tithes. They say from home, from in their office, in their mansion, send all their tithes. You know why? Because if you don't send you don't send your tithes to them, your life's going to get cut. Your life's going to get cut. Because your tithe is their lifestyle. Your tithe. Watch. They have no more stock market for them to invest their money in. They can't invest their money in so they will get back on the interest because that stock market done. The scripture says the fashion of this world faded away. Every single formation of this kingdom. You have a what tongue and country, how to build a house, how to separate the house one from another, how to build the roads, how to set up your waterways, right? The electric service, the water and sewage commission, all these different things. Everything is in fashion in this world. How to rule the government, how to see the end people, your 501c3 charter, all that done. It's done. Go ahead.
It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon.
He shall flee from the iron weapon. Last week or the week before last week, they had the super rich jumping in jets and flying to the other nations out of America to hide in bunkers. They had last month, January, and then December to January, they was flying out. They have luxury cabins in the ISS, decked with gold and plush leather in the ISS space station, right? They shall flee from the iron weapon and what?
And the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Go ahead.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
This represents the ICBM thermonuclear weapons. They're going to be shut off. Hey, it's not no empty shells. It's not no facade. They are missiles and they're going to be used. Russia has them, Pakistan has them, Iran has them, Turkey has them, Korea has them, who else has them? America has them, I think England has them. France. Come on.
It says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Terrors are upon his sword. The elites, the Edomites, the rulers, they know what we represent. When we speak, it happens. You know why? Because we speak the words, Isaiah 33:6. The words of the Most High. Not our own words, not our vain imaginations like these false prophets. This is the end.
That's right.
The Lord said, somebody give me Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 23, Baba Kosha, and go on down. You finish off yours, right?
Come here.
I went loud too.
Ezekiel 23, no?
12 and 23.
It says Ezekiel chapter 12,
Cough, they might run.
verse 23. It says, tell them therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Yeah, because our people are saying it. Right? Since the fathers fell asleep, they're saying God come in. I remember years ago, about 5 years ago, I was talking to a Jake. He looked like a Moabite, but his father is a Jake. But he's up into Egyptology. They went whole like them was on the scene hard. Black unconsciousness, after Shaka Amos, and all them assholes and them, Sandeta, yeah, all them clowns. When them vibration was pushing heavy against the Israelites, he came up and he was trying to battle with me, right? And he was saying, nah, all them things you seen happening. At that time, what was happening? Different countries, predominantly England, Australia, and thing, what was happening is that the sea was forming thick. You see, like these street signs, the sea was flowing high as or higher than the street signs. And we was kind of like saying like, yo, that could be the Leviathan. You know, the Leviathan, you know, just doing something now. Could be the Leviathan. And he was like, nah, the earth does refresh itself, the earth does do them things, the earth does take the earth and Mother Earth and you understand, they don't believe. Right? He was reading out of the Egyptian book of the dead. What dead has to do with life? You should just say that this is a book of living waters. We are lively stones. Right? Go ahead.
It says, but say unto them, the day are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
The effect of every vision. Go ahead.
24 it says, for there shall be no more any vain vision.
Right, because Habakkuk 2 and 5 say what? The vision is yet for an appointed time. What?
This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. And it reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Go on.
But at the end it shall speak.
And right now it's speaking. Right now it is speaking. Right? These people panicking. These people, hey, well, the same people dying. Right? We see, where's the place? Spain. The hospitals around more people sleeping on the floors. Coughing, dying. Right? What?
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Because it will surely come.
Yes, so we tarry. We tarry. But why was tarrying? Why we suffering long? Why was exhibiting patience? Because the Lord says that He is not slack concerning His promises, as men count slackness, as it was taking our time, right? But He is long suffering that none should perish. None of His elect is going to perish, but that all should come into what? Repentance. All needed to be sealed. What Revelation 7 and 1 say? 7, 1 and 2, right? Fall back the four winds. The four winds representing what? The four winds of destruction. The four angels that had the power to release the destruction. They have an angel, of course, he's stirring it up, clearing out the river, clearing out the seas, for the path for the troops to come in. Right? All them angels starting to get the instructions. Go, cause it. Go, cause it. Cause it. You have the plagues, the locusts. Africa crying out, Kenya. Right? Australia. Right here in Trinidad have locusts. They're just waiting. Down in South Moruga last year and the year before. Right? They have plagues of locusts right here to happen. Right? Go ahead. Go ahead. Right? So the vision is here. Go ahead.
Back in Ezekiel 12 and verse 24.
Well, so like I was saying, the Lord stayed or tarried and had us patient because He was working on His men. He was sealing His men in His faith. We were being sealed. We was getting the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Right? We was being made to believe, to be rooted and grounded, to be as the trees that standing by the rivers of water. Right? We have a foundation. We are the foundations of the earth. We were with Yahweh Shai as witnesses, as creators in the beginning. That's what the prophets represent. Right? And the beginning or the rebirth is about to happen. This is the reset button being set, being pressed. This is the second death. The first death was by water, now this death is by fire. Right? Fire of the word, because the chapter in Isaiah 23 verse 29 said, what, isn't my word like fire? And also in 2nd Ezra I say what? It's like you go through a narrow path with fire on one side and water. What the water represents? Knowledge too. Wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Because it comes from the throne of Yahweh. Revelation 22, verse 1. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 12, verse 24, it says, for there shall be no more any vain vision.
There shall be no more any vain vision. TD Jakes, the $1. Who's the one who begging from home? There are two of them who's begging from home. And I don't know the white man. The white man. Kenneth Copeland and $1. Send your money, cash app, send your money, send your tithes. That's the vain vision. No more prosperity. The stock market's failed, dollar failed. Petrodollar ain't worth nothing. Bitcoin failed. There's a chip in your cunt. Go ahead.
Right, it says, the vision nor flattering divination with the house of Israel. For I am Yahweh.
For I am who?
I am Yahweh.
Yahweh. He to be, He exists. That's the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
I will speak, and the word that I speak, and the word shall speak, shall come to pass.
Right, the word shall come to pass, and how he speaks to his voice is what he said about the prophets. Hosea 10 verse 12. Hosea 10 verse 12, real quick. Hosea 10 verse 12. Right,
book of Hosea.
You don't believe, man? Let the Bible speak for you. Let the voice come out.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 10, verse 12. It says, sow to yourself.
12 verse 10. 12 verse 10.
12 verse 10. It says, I have also spoken by the prophet.
How you spoken by?
By the prophets.
Prophet, pro before, side, speak. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing. You all didn't listen. Now what's happening? Go ahead.
And I have multiplied, multiple visions and used similitudes.
He multiplied visions and used similitudes. Right? The different visions. Isaiah had a vision. Jeremiah had a vision. Joel had a vision. And when we see that, we see it coming to pass. John on the island of Patmos had a vision. Because he calls it all. He calls it all. He calls. How do you say? How could a man look with some understand Isaiah 28? Right? With stammering lips and stuttering tongue. He calls it all. He calls it all. He calls it all. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. He calls it all. They come to come and take mask, hand sanitizer, soap, Lysol spray. He calls it all. Right? He calls all of them to stay home, exhibit social distances. Come the man, calls to make, to form. Go ahead.
Right, it says, I have spoken by the prophet and I have multiplied vision and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophet.
Right, what ministry means to serve. So we've been serving God. You all have been coming to the restaurant and not eating. The best food. The best, the quality steak. You all been what? What is called it? What cuisine? Gourmet. You all been served gourmet meals. But your women walk past proud. These men, they mad. They have one dress. They're saying what they're saying there is not of God. Then the language you use. And Paul said, I'm rude in speech, but not in knowledge. I'm rude in speech, but not in knowledge. The words that I speak are the words of the Most High. I speak nothing different from this word. Go back to the name precept and then you go back to Isaiah.
Isaiah 28. We want to stammering lips. No,
I didn't really want that.
This is Isaiah 26, verse 2 and 3. Open ye the gate, that the righteous nation which kept the truth may enter in. Thou will keep him, thou will keep him in perfect peace.
God will keep him in perfect peace.
Whose mind is stayed on thee.
We seen all this destruction, all this. Hey, Luke 21 and 25, I think they say what? It's a time of great perplexity. All they confused. We sound. We sound. We out here. We sound. We know what it is. All they know what it is. We know what it is. It's the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Go back to Isaiah 20. Where is the from before? What division? Ezekiel 23 and 12. Or 12 and 23. Read verse 24 from the Bible. Yeah, I think I read 24 already.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 12
and verse 23. 24.
And verse 24.
Go ahead.
It says, for there shall be no more any veiled vision, nor flattering divination.
No flattering divinations. Come as you are. Lesbian, homosexual, transvestite. Come. I will marry you in my church. I will take your tithes. The Lord said no more vain vision. That is vain. That is worth nothing. It's not. You're going to be destroyed. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for that. Peter tells you that, remember the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Remember, there was left for what? So like here, boy, the second Peter, boy, anybody can remember that one? There was left for an example for those who do otherwise. Well, they love to talk about the New Testament. The New Testament and the law is done away with. That is an Old Testament law code. Remember the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. I left them as an example for those who do that's right. That's why the judgment in Revelation chapter 10, I think it was 11, it says, the dead body shall lie in the street, which is spiritually called Sodom. What's the vibration in Babylon? Sodomy. What's the vibration in Babylon? Idolatry. which is the same thing that was going on in Egypt. When we were delivered out of Egypt, Moses went up on the mount to get the law, statutes, and commandments and the first 5 books. Right? What they was doing? What they was doing? They went to Aaron. They went to Aaron and asked Aaron to make them a gold, to make them a calf. Aaron said, plug the gold out of your ears. All the gold. And then through the Spirit, everything was ordained by the Most High because the Lord tell through Moses, spoil the Egyptians. So all that gold that was spoiled from the Egyptians was taken to make that golden calf. And what did the Lord do? Right? Yeah? Come on now, man. The Most High orchestrated this show beautifully. Beautifully. Right? Continue to read there. We'll close off for me.
This is verse 25. It says, For I am Yahweh, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged.
It shall be no more prolonged. That's what we see. You're a parent. Don't do that, man. You do that, I won't get my vex. But daddy, they're going to leave me. I said, don't do that. I'm a fuck, I don't even want to talk too much. I don't even want to talk twice. Don't let me have to talk to you a second time. That's what parents have said, don't let me have to talk to you a second time. I'm not going to prolong my judgment. But because I love, because of mercy, that's what the Most High is. He is merciful. This here was mercy. But guess what? We're going to time Amos 9 and 11, the famine and the word. Because when it really hits all here, who we be? And when they come out here to look for us, we won't be here. We'll be tucked away safe. In shelter, with provision. The Most High feed his men with what? 5 loaves and 2 fish. He gave Elijah, he gave the woman and her son. What? Let me say a cistern with everlasting oil. And what? And meal. Flour. It didn't end. Well, it did end, but you know, it sustained them through the famine. The Lord said in the time of famine, I think that's in Job 5. Somebody get that from me in Job 5. In time of famine, let's hear what's our portion. Because we see what's all their portion. Let's hear what's the portion of the men of the Lord. Right? Because the Lord said, fear not them that destroy the flesh, but fear them that can destroy the body, the body and the soul in hell. This is hell. Yahweh Shemel can destroy our bodies and our spirit. You understand? You have men out there with the spirits destroyed. They're madmen on the streets. When you are madmen on the streets here, right? It means that the spirit is destroyed. You have no hope. You have no hope in dope. The true dope is a spiritual word. We hooked on this. Go ahead.
The book of Job chapter 5 verse 21, it says, Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shall...
From the scourge of the tongue. Right, so they demonize on us. That's section 144. Right? Don't gather enough 4 or more. They know who we are. They know the prophets always come out in the streets. They know the scriptures. The prophets come out in the streets. They prophesy in the gates, in the city, and in the highways and byways. They would obviously set up things to prevent this. Right? Go ahead.
Right? It says, Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue.
Shave all their beards, because the beard will trap the coronavirus. Right? There's a scourge of the tongue. Black Hebrew Israelites are violent hate group. There's a scourge of the tongue. Well, I hate going now. Well, they hate the coronavirus, but to turn back on the prophets of the Lord. Because the scripture says you're going to be persecuted. Right? Go ahead.
It says, Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Yeah, we're not going to be afraid of destruction. Afraid of destruction. We're not afraid of the destruction. Then the destruction come, we welcome it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. If we die or if we live, all praises be to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Right. This is not about us. This is not about any vain glory. This is not our block. This is not our streets. This is our fucking abomination, the concrete we stand on.
That's right.
It's an abomination. Go ahead.
Verse 22, it says, And destruction and famine,
and famine, go ahead.
Thou shalt laugh.
We laugh. The Lord laugh. He said, I will laugh at the calamity. When your fear cometh, The Lord laughing, he laughing through us, and he probably laughing on the throne too. But he said he will laugh. He will laugh. We laughing. Your people gonna die.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, I'll read about it. It says, Job 5 and 21, 22, it says, and destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid.
Neither shalt thou be afraid
of the beast of the earth.
Of the beast of the earth, I mean kingdom, the fourth beast. Right? Just the man, we close up with the scripture. So rock, sorry, 2 Ezra chapter 11, verse 14, and we read to the end, we close up with that.
2 Ezra chapter
11, verse 40 going to the end.
2 Ezra chapter 11, verse 40. And it says, and the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
Right, so was it 3 beasts before? Babylonian, Assyrian Empire, Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, and now we're in the Greco-Roman secret empire. Go ahead.
And has power over the world.
He has power over the whole world. Quarantine right now. Well, you seeing it? Well, you seeing it? Go ahead.
With great faithfulness.
With great fearfulness.
Fearfulness, God. With great fearfulness, God. And over the whole compass of the earth.
The whole compass of the earth right now in what? Quarantine. In the fear of the coronavirus. The big boogeyman. Go ahead.
With much wicked oppression.
Much wicked oppression. Go ahead.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
With deceit. It's a deceitful move, because at the end of this, you're going to put the trump card on the table. BAM! Order of chaos. Order out of chaos. All of the dumb vassals. It's vassals? It's vassals and what do you call them? Vassals, I think, is the rulers, and then the subjects, I forget what it's called. But the vassals represents the elite. I think they might be rulers. Right? They're gonna give the peons, the pawns, they're gonna give you all this. You will not be able to resist this, because you all have lived deliciously. You all have been deceived to live deliciously, as opposed to Gabao, we brought out in Pinocchio. You all have been living in fun land, and you all have been made to look like asses. The scripture said, they that have used what abstinence shall shine as the stars of heaven. We got the instructions. Flee ye out of her. Flee ye. Spiritually, we took our spirit away from here. And we live in that world. So we don't love this world, because this world is going to be destroyed, according to 1 John chapter 1, 2. Go ahead, yeah, let me say. Vassal is the subject. And what's the antonym? Right there. If you look at the dictionary, that term, you're getting antonym. I actually look it up this morning, and I forget it.
This is Sirach 34 and 13. The spirit of those that fear Yahweh shall live.
The spirit of those that fear, the spirit of those that fear Yahweh shall live. If you check it, we are alive. We are alive and well. You understand? We have light. Our light is shining. We bright. Our spirit is alive. Our hope is renewed.
That's right.
Our other one is coming to save his bride. Go ahead.
For the hope is in him and save it.
Their hope, you see, our hope. When they go to Revelation, Romans 8 and 24. Somebody can read it. Romans 8 and 24, we don't know. Go ahead.
For whosoever feared Yahweh shall not fear.
Whosoever feared Yahweh shall not fear.
Nor be afraid.
Nor be afraid.
For he is his hope.
For he is his hope. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The scriptures, the wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are as what? Bold as a lion. And you know what that bold means when you look it up? Confident, strong, sound, whole.
It's Romans chapter 8 verse 24. For we are saved by hope.
We are saved by hope. What?
But hope that the seed is not hope.
Your hope that you're seeing is going to be this. Our hope that we're seeing is a chariot bigger than the earth. It was on Stereo 2, on Nabu 7, bigger than the earth, bigger than Venus. Come in! Come in! With our Lord on top. Lord! Go ahead. We are saved by hope.
But hope that the seed is not hope.
It is not hope.
For what a man saith, why doth he yet hope?
This is what you're gonna see. This is what you're gonna see. This is what you're gonna believe. Go ahead. It's not hope, but go ahead.
It says, for what a man saith, why doth he yet hope for?
Why do we yet hope for? Because what? That is not hope.
But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
That's what the Most High desire. Because within that patience, come what? The refinement. Right? Finish off.
Second Esdras, chapter 11, verse 41. It says, for the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
Yes, this one,
For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable.
In short, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. So many videos that I'm watching, I can't keep track of all, but one video had a projected map of the coronavirus and the survivors. And you know what it said? South America, they would have 100% killed and they would have nobody. You know why? Because South America, especially in Guyana, have all the resources. They have gold, they have oil, they have lithium in Argentina, they have silver in Argentina. Come on now, man. You all deceivers. This virus is a weapon. What?
It says, thou hast loved lies.
Thou hast loved lies.
And destroyed the dwelling of them that brought forth fruits.
He shall bring forth fruit, and the fruit shall remain. What is the fruit? The fruit is this knowledge of truth. The wisdom of Yahweh shall shine. So who will bring forth? Who is the nation that will bring forth fruit? According to Deuteronomy 4 going on down. It's the nation of Israel. Connect the dots. Our brother Daniel has said, well, they can't connect the dots. We connect it for you. Go ahead.
And has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
As in peaceful sons of Jacob, Yasharallah, Israel. Go ahead.
43 says, wherefore is thy wrongful dealing come upon the highest?
Because the prophets have woken up and we preach and teach this truth. And we give honor and praise and worship Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We serve him. And when we serve him and we pray to him, he hears. He said what? Revelation 18:4. The sins have reached unto heaven. How do they reach? Because what? They cry. What do you keep scripture now? So I'm saying the fervent prayer of the prayer of the power face of the clouds. Right? Roughly, real rough paraphrasing, but basically our prayers pace the clouds. It reach up. Raphael, which is one of the angels, he is in charge of what the prayers, according to Tobit, he carries the prayers to the Most High. And what the Lord say? The vials of the prayers is a sweet savor unto him. We carry the prayers, the Lord hearing our prayers. But what la babal? Babal. Right? But what the wayam? Right? But what the nasham? Man, that's all your fucking need then. And this place, boy.
That's right. It says, therefore, is thy wrongful dealing come upon the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty.
And thy pride unto the mighty. Go ahead. Read it all.
Right. It says, the highest also has looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended.
They are ended.
And it's,
all is done. Babylon done. Go ahead.
And his abomination are fulfilled.
His abomination are fulfilled. That's it?
Alright, God. 2 more verses.
Go ahead.
2 more chapters.
Sorry.
4 verses here, 45 and 46. And therefore, appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers.
When you enforce one land, what they say? The eagle has landed. Right? What is the standard of rule? The eagle. What's the standard? What's the national bird of America? The eagle. Right? What?
Nor thy malicious heads.
Nor thy malicious heads.
Nor thy hurtful.
Malicious, evil. Hurtful.
Claws.
Nor thy hurtful claws. Right? All the policies you have in these different nations. All the things you have to keep us down. Go ahead.
It says, know all thy vain bodies, that all this earth may be refreshed. All the earth may be refreshed, and may return being delivered from the violence. And that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her.
So with that, we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Hashem, Rakadash. Couple of our apostles and let's get no solar citation to elect men and brethren and do this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom. Shalom. What Lababal?